also promotes individual privacy. Now, video gamers may not be safe from NSA spying either. According to documents leaked by former government contractor Edward Snowden, the U.S. and U.K. have spent years monitoring online games for security threats. Some games, World of Warcraft and Halo, draw millions of players who can log months of the game. But joining us now for more on this is David Philip Graham. He's an avid gamer. He's also an attorney who specializes in this issue. Welcome, David. It's good to have you on the program. Thanks very much.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So why would the government consider these games a threat to national security?
Well, I don't think that's entirely clear. It seems like they began the search or the intention to go through games kind of before they had really decided that there were any terrorists involved. The New York Times and the Guardian reporting makes that clear. And since then, they actually have not found any instances of terrorism at all. So their search, the reasons for it, kind of hard to figure out, I think.
Well, I mean, could it be one possible scenario that there are people there that they believe are involved in bad things and they want to watch their activity? Is that? I mean, that's what would make the most sense, right?
That would make sense, but again, it doesn't seem like there's any indication that that's the case. The group of people who play video games in general, it's a very diverse group. There are many millions of people. You mentioned that Xbox Live even is being monitored. There are 48 million people across the world who are on that. But some of the things that do draw them together are a little bit more tech savviness, a little bit more kind of economic status, and those aren't the things that you would expect to look at if you're looking for terrorists.
You know, World of Warcraft had a response to our broadcast, and this is what they said. They said, "We are unaware of any surveillance taking place. If it was, it would have been done without our knowledge or our permission." Why would they go to these particular games?
Well, these are very common games. Lots and lots of people, many millions play World of Warcraft. The same thing for Xbox Live. It's a very diverse, not only set of games, but of players. And Second Life is another game that was mentioned. Second Life is known for being maybe a little bit grimier in some ways. And so looking at that, there have in fact been cases, criminal cases, brought against people for certain activities in Second Life. But again, that's criminal and not terrorists.
Let's go on the flip side of it. I mean, you're an attorney, you're also an avid gamer. What laws do you think the government might have broken?
Well, I think the government's actions not only break the laws that are on the books, but are unconstitutional as well. The government, a lot of this is based on the Patriot Act, but their interpretation of the Patriot Act is so strained that some of the people who wrote it in the House, Sensenbrenner, for example, have acted to kind of repeal it, or they've been very clear with their distaste for what's happened. Their interpretation of it relies on some words of very particular words that the statutory construction of which is a little bit shady. On top of that, there are very major constitutional concerns here. Fourth Amendment concerns, I think, Fifth Amendment concerns, even First Amendment concerns, I think, are a major issue. And for this to be, largely in the past, it's been very secretive. The court, the FIC court, has been very secretive, and to have so much secret law, I think, kind of calls into question kind of the nature of what is legal and of what is law. It's a problem for the Constitution and for the philosophy of law, I think.
David Philip Graham, it's good to have you on the program. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Well, Thailand's Prime Minister says she will not resign ahead of February elections, despite